And for the 8 or 9 months of our senior year, we shared an energy that crackled in both of us. A drive, a hunger, a singing ambition. Then, one night, everything broke. We were at my house, my mom's cramped, Lysol-laden house, thick with rescue animals and absent all privacy. None of the doors fully shut, swollen wood in cheap frames, accordion doors off their tracks. But she told me anyway. When it started, we were sitting at either end of my twin bed doing our Hamlet study questions. Diane with her meticulous handwriting and tidy nails, wearing one of her dozen soft-as-lamb sweaters. A girl so refined she could even get a holiday job at the perfume counter at the fancy department store. She always came here to study, even though the house she lived in with her grandfather was 3 times the size of ours. Here we were, so tightly quartered we could hear my mom already creeping to bed, the slit of her slippers. Things felt off from the start. Each time I read out a question, "What is Hamlet's central crisis?" Diane would look at me, blankly. Each time, the same distracted look, stroking the locket around her neck as if it were a genie's bottle. "Diane," I said, crossing my legs, the narrow mattress undulating with every move, scrunched pillows, spiral notebooks tilting, our cross-country letter jackets and itchy scarves swarmed around our legs. "Is this about what happened in class today?" Because something had happened. Ms. Cameron had asked Diane to read aloud Claudius's speech, the best in the whole play. But Diane, pale as Hamlet's ghost himself, refused to open her book, arms folded and eyes blinking. When she did finally submit, the words came slow as pine sap, as that cough syrup my mom used to give me that tasted like the inside of a dying tree. Diane, are you okay?" Nothing happened. Diane insisted now, turning sideways, her long blonde bangs hanging like a gilt chandelier over that beauty queen face of hers. You know, none of these characters are real. It was hard to argue with that, and I wondered if we should just drop it. But there was something hovering behind Diane's eyes. Diane, who'd never shared a private thought with me that wasn't about chemistry or college scholarships, or the fairness of the ionic compound question on the last exam. I admit it. I wanted to know. "Kit," Diane said, gripping her little signet Hamlet in her hand now, the gold Jesus ring from her grandfather gleaming. "Did you mean what you said in class about Claudius having no conscience?" I could feel something happening, something heavy in the room, a heat shuddering off Diane, her neck pink, and pink spots at her temples. "Sure," I said. "He kills his own brother to get what he wants, which means he just has no morals." For a moment, neither of us said anything, the air in the room pressing our faces with thickish fingers. And what was that buzzing? The halogen bulb? The chugging old laptop the PTA gave all the students who couldn't afford computers? Or was it like that time I found Sadie, our scruffed-up lap cat, under the porch, covered in flies? "Kit," she said, her voice quiet and even, "do you think it could happen in real life?" "What?" "For someone to have no conscience." "Yes," I said so quickly I surprised myself. I believed it, utterly. Diane didn't say anything, and her hand wrapped tight around that delicate locket, tugging it down, leaving a red ring on her long, white neck. "Diane," I said, "what is it?" We sat a moment, the buzzing still buzzing, and my feet nearly asleep from stillness. "Did someone do something to you?" I said. "Did someone hurt you?" I'd wondered about it before, many times. I'd known her only a few months,